Hey guys, and welcome to Farming Simulator 2017 on Lone Star. Of course, we have the Big Bud DLC ready to rock and roll today, and we are going to haul this bad boy down to field number 11. Field number 2 also needs some work, but as it is fairly close, we're not going to bother with that yet. We'll probably do it this episode, but not right away. So we'll jump in at the old beast. It is a hell of a tractor, guys. If you haven't gone and checked out my my DLC review on it, it is a lengthy one, but I feel I covered a lot of the stuff that needed to be covered, and it kind of felt like it was a little too long. But I saw Simulate, he uploaded one as well, and it was of a similar length. So I'm not too worried. Where am I going? Over here. The Airhawk Seeder here. I pulled it forward. We gave it a clean off from where I did the video. So that's all ready and loaded. Something that I don't think I showed in the video, but I'll show it right here. This conveyor belt, it works. It's functional. And just look at the detail they put into it. It is a functional conveyor belt for the seed and fertilizer. Breathtaking. So we've got the Western Star here that we'll be using to haul the Big Bud down. I will try and find the link for this truck, because I know a lot of people have been asking about it. You may see something missing from here. I have started to slowly edit this map to how I want it in Giants Editor. I am not going to do any more until the new version of it's out, as I think it's not going to be too far away. Fingers crossed. Lone Star is currently taken off of most of the websites for some reason, when the author or the creator, whatever, is basically uploading V2. Why he took down this version, I don't know. I've not seen any game breaking issues, but he did, unfortunately, so I can't provide a download link. It was publicly available, so it's not private neither. I moved the fuel stuff over here just to get it out of the way. Don't know why particularly it was put in probably some of the busiest parts of the yard. Likewise this, as much as I like it, it's kind of in an annoying spot. I want to extend the yard at some point and move it around, but those changes are big changes and I've never done something like that before, so we will wait. I'll hook up to the trailer here. And probably I'll load on the dirt over here, I think. Will be a good spot for it. Now, how I'm transporting this is how they transport it pretty much in real life. I have seen a lot of people complain about the way of moving it, or it being too big for certain maps. Mainly Goldcrest. Now you got to remember, guys, this is the world's biggest tractor. It also is moved on 2 trucks effectively. It is moved by the chassis of it being placed on, say, the low loader like you see here, and then the wheels and rims and all of that on another trailer. So it is transported in 2 different chunks. So they don't drive it on the road. I think a lot of people are kind of forgetting that. I got to fire it up. I just shut it down. Oh dear. Wrong button. It is a just complete different animal. So today's video, tomorrow's video are going to be Lone Star with the Big Bud. Because, well, why not? It's an absolute tank. Really is. So we'll get somewhat lined up. Now you may be wondering, how on earth are you going to put the duals on when you get to the field, or are you going to run duals? The answer is yes, I am. I have added the toolbox mod from Farmer Andy using GE into this. Get up. Now, I haven't extended the trailers, but it can fit on here just about. You can see we're slipping. That's actually going to be easier if I drive it on as the front of the big old engine compartment here. The V16 two-stroke diesel Detroit engine, twin turbocharged and twin supercharged, which I was looking. I don't see the models of the Whipple superchargers up there. I don't want to say Giants forgot them. They maybe just be buried in the engine and you can't really see them. But yeah, it's missing them. Or it's not missing them. I can't see them visibly. The only big criticism I've got with this is you watch any video of the Big Bud in action that's got audio of the engine, they are missing the true sound of the Detroit engine. It's the only thing I would say, Giants, if you're going to patch this at some point, redo the sounds. I know you must have recorded them. In some pictures it sounds beautiful, in others it just really doesn't. Like when it's idling it sounds beautiful. And when you put the power on, the load sound is good. But when it's just cruising down the road... No, did I? So it's got right. It's not bad. It's overhanging a little that side, which is okay, because that's going to be the side that's on the verge. It just doesn't sound good. So I've got rid of a lot of the machines on Lone Star that we had. Forestry stuff that the map starts with that I'm never going to use. Now hopefully... It's touch and go there. We do that. So that extends the trailer. So I can just move forward a bit. There we go. I don't want any issues. Now I have noticed if you put vehicles on the split on this trailer, it does act a little funky. But we are ready to rock and roll. I'll lift the trailer. About that. The gooseneck. Lift that. And I think we're ready to go. So to transport this behemoth, I will be using the John Deere over here separately. So we'll disconnect the 450. The reason I'm not using the Big Bud to transport it down is the Big Bud only does 15 miles an hour, 19 miles an hour, sorry. So it's slow. It's a slow beast, just like this one is. It's not built for speed, they're built for torque and pure pulling power. So it's going to be geared lower. It can't get up to any reasonable speed. They're not meant for it. So for just ferrying stuff back and forth, we'll chuck it on the back of the John Deere, which it may struggle getting up to speed, but it will be able to pull this, no problem. It's just rolling resistance on tarmac, basically, which a tractor should have no issues doing. I won't put it on follow me, simply because I am going to have to be careful on how I drive the Seed Hawk. It is a very, very wide piece of machinery. So it's all full and everything. There's going to be quite the pull for this guy. But let's drive the Big Bud down. So I thought I'd show you guys this. It's neat, and this is how I'm going to transport the Big Bud around, unless we're doing around the yard fields. The next field I want to buy, because of the sheer size of it, I'm going to just cheat the money in to do it. Honestly, I'll be completely straight up. Is field 6. I'll get field 6 and maybe hit up field 11 if we can get the fields field 7. If we can get the fields close to each other, we can take out a couple of trees, plow up the ground in between. Not create 2 fields, but face it, they're right next to each other. We won't have to travel too far on the road then. I do like to do a bit of road travel. It's neat, something different. So here we are, the Western Star here. I believe it is by Serious Modding or Serious Mods. I forget the guy's name. I think it's by him, this one. There's something you've got to bear in mind when trailering the Big Bud. Is if a car hits it, it's coming off. It does sit on here quite nicely, but it will come off the trailer very easily. A little too easy at times. And this video may be funny. I've got to mention it because this is just absolutely hilarious. Me and Simulate spent most of the day talking in TeamSpeak, and he was setting up to record. I was setting up to record, just finishing up on Lone Star. He's going to be doing a couple of episodes on Lone Star as well. Me and him have always been very alike in the way we do stuff in Farm Sim. And we're basically using the same equipment, it seems. The same trailer, the same truck, the same tipper trailer for grain. It's funny. There was lots of laughs being had. We'll just wait for the cars to go by. It seems the cars like to bunch up, as you guys can see there. Look at them all. Once these go by, I can just open it up and sit in the middle of the road. Like so. And by the looks of it, it's clear all the way into our next turn. Car. And that is exactly what I meant right there. Luckily the big bud didn't come off. But the traffic seems to be going so fast, it just can't stop. That's one thing if I was going to get on Giants about. Guys, what the heck have you done to your traffic? You've ruined it. Oh, breathe. And that was my turn, actually. That was my turn. So we'll just come around here. And go back down the road. Oh dear. Yeah, sometimes the big bird's gone flying. Speaking of going flying, we may have lost something very crucial there, which I will be right back. And what I thought we forgot, in a way we did, in a way we didn't, so it's okay. You guys shall see once we get here. So what I'll do is I'll show you guys driving up as well in the tractor. It will be a lot quicker. I won't be so careful because we haven't got the big bird on the back. Never care. If I stay in the center, I wonder if we can get by, or the collision zone is just so big. Yeah, okay. Now I did this with the duals on the tractor, and you can do it with duals, no problem. Per se, it's just you've really got to be careful with your road placement and the cars. They are a pain in the butt. I'm actually going to carry on cruising down here. There is a dirt road off to the left, which we'll jump into. You guys can see we've cultivated all the ground up here. We ploughed that on the live stream. When was that? Tuesday I live streamed. And it was a heck of a live stream. It's kind of how my live streams used to be. It was very, very busy. Now, hopefully, if I do a headland pass, we may be able to get where we're just leaving the truck here. We can hope. So I'll leave the big bud up there, and we will call for a cab, I guess, or one of our friends to pick us up. We'll be on our way back. Alrighty, so we're at the yard, and we've got our pickup truck just as a ferry vehicle in case we need to get back to the yard. For whatever reason, got one of our guys in there. Got the toolbox in the back, and should be able to set up the tractor with the tyres. We're climbing into our deer. It's going to be funny, I have never transported the Seed Hawk with this. We could probably get away with using the Challenger. The Challenger I'm actually tempted to get rid of soon. I'm going to replace it with another tractor. So we'll put our lights on so we can be seen, our hazards. We do have four-wheel drive in. And yeah, it's It's going to work. It is going to work, the tractor. So of course this is a European style tractor per se. It doesn't have the duals or anything like that. But typically, I'm not one for running road crop tyres. Not a fan of them. So yeah, doing 26 mile an hour, 27. Yeah, it is going to be fine. Now I'm just going to have to remember, we have got a heck of a lot of weight behind us. So we made it through that, no problem. We're just going to have to take it steady, braking distances. That's going to be the major player right here. Good old braking distances. Now we've got the pickup truck way back. As long as it doesn't get nailed by a car, our toolbox should stay in the back. And the toolbox is, I think it's on Mahus or Maru, however you pronounce it. It's a website. And you need to put that in using Giants Editor. It's taken me a while to get used to Giants Editor. But we're getting there. You can see me skating all over the road here. I wonder if I sink the nose down on the tractor a bit, if that'll help. Now coming up some of these hills, we'll lose a lot of speed, but at the same time I want to get as much speed as possible. I imagine once you get going on implements like this, you're fine. It's the stopping and starting. You can see the tractor wanted to veer off to one side there. Now how this stuff's transported in real life down the roads, God knows, because look at it, fills it completely. And I'm guessing it's just escort vehicles and tractors making their way through. But at the end of the day, farmers feed cities. That is a very, very true statement. Right, we've got no traffic coming up here to nail pickup. Just that one there. And the pickup's, yeah, close enough behind us. And as long as I don't think I see anything in the side there. Okay, this is where we want to be turning anyway. So we've probably got a few cars here. I'm actually going to wait until they disappear. And then I can kick out wide and turn down the road. So we will just sit here for a minute and wait. Alright, that's the last one. I had to move way over because, well, you may have heard it just as I was saying we were going to stop and wait. Some beeping. Apparently it couldn't get around that. Now that's full lock. That is interesting. Why is it not allowing me to turn any tighter? Strange. We do have some more vehicles over there. Coming up. Going past the old BP. No, as I build up speed, we skate around quite a bit. It is working though. Oh, well, where are you going to go? You're going to go that way. Oh, this is all the traffic that we've had. That we held up. Okay, that means I actually know the splines are on the traffic. It would be nice to slow the traffic down a hair on this map. Something I may... Jeez, skating all over the road right here. That's not what I wanted. If I slow the traffic down, they will work correctly. This is why Giants have the traffic so slow on their maps. Modded maps do speed the traffic up, it is needed. At the same time, the collisions, again, as you can see, the collisions on the AI vehicles are just extraordinarily large. And where's our pickup? That's behind us. And they stick out way more than I feel they should. Either side, there's probably about 2 to a foot gap, sort of a collision on them. Yeah, you can see how it's being... It's almost like the tractor's not quite heavy enough for the task. Which I could understand. I can really get behind. Here we are. In the field at long last, so we'll disconnect the front one. Oh, and I've probably just screwed the pickup up. Let's hope. Yes, it's still in the back there. Perfect. That's awesome. I'll back this up. Take this down to where the big bud is. Get the big bud hooked up. And honestly, I can imagine we can finish this field in 15 minutes. Be completely honest with you. But hey. So this can go here. Meep meep. I wonder why it does that little beeping. Did I leave the lights on? Alright, fire this up. So how many hours we got on this? We've got 4.2 hours on the big bud already, since the DLC's come out. Quite a healthy amount. Totally worth it though. So, putting the doors on, just as simple as that if you have the toolbox. That is why I wanted to get that going. And basically, usually I forgot to put the toolbox in the back, that's why I stopped. Because this trailer, it can go in here. I can place it in here at the start of the day. Alright, let's go over to the field here. See, that sound there sounds like the actual real big bud. But this, as it's running along, it's definitely not as bassy. I think I kind of understand why Giants probably did it. But it just doesn't sound quite right. And something I never noticed, which I did my research before I said anything on this one. We've got a beautiful modelled electric motor with connectors and wires. Where on earth is the actual wiper? I noticed it was gone. So is the real one. The real one doesn't have it on too. It's funny. That made me sort of laugh. It tickled my sense of humour there. Even on the back, it's got the hole for one, but it's not there. So as you guys can tell, this thing really doesn't even care that this is on the back. As it takes a while to unfold something of this mahoosiveness. Now something I do want to try out is AI vehicle extension with it. How will that cope with it? No, I think I have it installed. Probably going to make a liar out of me. Do I have it installed? I don't believe I do. Nope. Dodge it. It's going to make a liar out of me. Now, for whatever reason there, the ducks are so much more quieter. Notice how they didn't keep on going on? I tweaked them too. Now I'm going to do a headland. Oh, what did I press? Insufficient power? Whoa. Oh. Please don't tell me it was seeding. I want to put in probably soybeans. No, I'm going to do headlands as I was saying before first. Can I even tell what part I've seeded? Kind of. So here it is. The old big bud work. And we do have a workshop over here too, and a empty point and all that stuff. I didn't realise this was up here. I don't know how I feel about it being there. I don't. Yeah, I just don't know. Listen, main yard I definitely want to edit or this may become my main yard. I'm in two minds right now. We shall see. It feels good having something of this size. Now I believe if you got this and you wanted some air seeders, if you're sort of just did American stuff or whatever, or large scale, this pack is for you. It really is. Now I kind of goofed and hit F5. Any of you that have the command console enabled, you know what F5 does. It shows you all the triggers and all of that stuff, and it kind of screws up your GPS course. That's alright, we'll try and do a headland. I don't know how good it's going to come out, because I've never done a headland or anything like this, or seeded really with this thing other than testing. So I may miss chunks, and if I do, I don't really care. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy these next couple of episodes of Lone Star with the Big Bud. It's definitely something I've been looking forward to doing. I didn't realise how good the Big Bud DLC was actually going to be. I was expecting it to be pretty good. I was looking forward to it anyway. But just the detail of everything, second to none. Now I think using AI vehicle extension would be perfect for this. I really do. Now the interesting fact is, how often am I going to have to refill the seeder on this bad boy? Because it holds so much, I really don't think it's going to be that much. Oh, get over to the side. And with this, we're only going to need to do one headland pass, that's for sure. Now, I could probably get here by just using dirt roads with this thing. I may do that from time to time. Figure out some routes. That's one thing the mini-map does lack, is you can't see the dirt roads, how to get around to all the other fields. And you can see there's some up there and going up that way. I think that's the farm, just over there. So in the great scheme of things, we're not too far away. But the transport stuff, because this is just so slow, it's easier to transport it. And it's definitely quicker. And I am wasting a big chunk of this. Now the back can turn tight enough, it's just getting the outside. I've never been good with turning implements and trying to figure out when to actually create that turn. I've always sucked at that big time. So ploughing this field with the big plough on live stream took a good hour. So it still takes a while to do stuff. It's not like 5 minutes field done or anything. If you've got a map that's good at supporting Big Bud, you should be set. And of course, I should have mentioned this sooner. We also have the West Coast now out for, well, consoles and all of that, supposedly, I guess, as that was released by Giants. I'm guessing Giants heard the fact that we need some maps, especially you console guys, eh? I'm 100% with you on that. There are really no maps to support the Big Bud. So what I did with the ducks is I made them quieter, and the range slightly smaller. I think I'm even going to make it smaller again. So what I'll do is hit F5, that'll bring up all the triggers. Unfortunately, I have to have one of the F5s open so I can set this up. That's the course, that's the meters. Blip that on. And we're going to be set, so you may, for the rest, see some yellow lines that you can't actually see. Oh, spot on. I bet if I put the lights on you would. Yes! That's the downside, the little traces you see here, to make sure we're on course, do use the F5, whatever they are. Okay, that's gonna get on my nerves. Hey, easy. So what I'll do is I'll just hit F5 again. I'll get rid of that. What is it doing? Oh, I see. Darn tree. We may end up doing a bit of forestry around some of the edges. Not gonna lie. No, I just got to get used to using a piece of equipment this big. I've never used a stupid, I wouldn't say stupid sizes, but larger equipment like this. Cedar wise or air cedar wise, I think it's fantastic because I can now do it. Go away from my comfort zone, which my comfort zone is UK maps. Like most, I guess, UK, European farm simmers. We stick to what we know. And now the US guys can go to what they know. And some of them know this stuff like the back of their hand and can probably reverse it, turn around and do all of this in their sleep. What I want to know is how to change the regularity of them flying. I don't mind them coming over so much, but shh. That's all. I think it's every few seconds they come over. So let me know down in the comments below if you made it this far in the video, or what you guys honestly think of the Big Bud if you've picked it up. Only if you have picked it up. If you guys haven't got it, I will say then don't comment, if you don't mind anyway. I know there's quite a few people that don't like it, but like I say, the Americans have had next to no DLCs, or the North American people. Us Europeans have had all of the DLCs under the sun, pretty much. It's time for them to shine. Coming down here, it's definitely not going to be using too much fuel. We've used quite a bit of fuel. I hate to think... I'm going to run this down. I want to see actually how long it takes to fuel one day. How much it's going to cost. It's going to... Oh, ouch. Got to wonder how they fuel this thing. Actually, where is the filler? Ah, there. Look at the size of it. I always wondered how they actually fuel it, because using a standard pump, surely that must take forever. Pumping 4 tons of fuel? Almost 4 tons of fuel through into the tank. Dual tank, one either side. I'm guessing that's a hydraulic reservoir or an air reservoir there. Not too sure. Hey, snake. It gets a little funky, does the hide or the AI stuff if you start going quick. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Of course, I know the headland would probably be done last. I just did this for myself, so I actually know how to turn in and all that. Yes. I'm kind of breathtaking by... Oh, look at this. Ducks! And you know in FS13, any of you that used to play that, we had chickens, or turkeys. Not turkeys, chickens, cockerels. Always cockerel. I'm haunted. Now it's the ducks. Kill them all, I say. In-game. Kill them all. We'll sort it. So that is the end of the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I'm going to finish this off camera as I'm quite enjoying myself right here. And then we'll be doing the big old move back to the farm, which I'll probably just cut out moving this Goliath thing down, the cedar anyway, and just show bringing the big bud back. So I hope you guys have enjoyed, and until next time, we'll see you in a live stream coming soon, maybe Thursday. I may be live streaming today. Friday I'll talk about that in the video, but Friday maybe as I've got a dentist appointment to look at my teeth with the NHS dentist. So for those of you that don't know, I broke my tooth. So anyway, that was a little while back. So until next time, hope you guys have enjoyed. We'll catch you guys tomorrow.